Good morning, dear students. In the previous class, we have discussed regarding the bacterial classification and the bacterial cultivation. So today, in this lecture, we are going to discuss regarding how to observe these bacteria. And the bacterial observation, we have to go through via various staining techniques. Okay, so what are these staining techniques? Today we are going to have a lecture of this thing. Okay, so the staining technique that we are going to study. So why the staining is necessary? Staining is a simple instrumental tool which is necessary for us to observe the microorganism. And it is not mandatory that only a specific type of microorganism we just see. We can see the various type of microorganism by use of staining. Okay, there are specific type of staining technique like simple staining, like differential staining. So we can go through the simple and the differential both. Simple staining is that we have a simple stain, we have to put it onto the flask, and the flask which is placed with the microorganism, and then the specific color of the microorganism is being there. And differential staining, this is a staining where we have to keep more than 2 or 3 stains so that each and every single microorganism which is prone to a specific type of stain give its specific color. So in a particular colony, we can see the various different colored colonies. Okay, so that is only due to the differential staining. Okay, so the staining is again a technique in which we generally use to observe the microorganism. Okay. If we see the type of a stain, how many types of stains which is actually used to stain the body of the microorganism. Okay, it is of 3 types: acidic type, basic type, and the neutral type. Okay, so acidic type, it actually consists of the negatively charged acidic radicals. For example, eosin, acid fuchsin, malachite green, Indian ink. Okay, basic type of stain contain positively charged basic radicals, which like hematoxylin, methylene blue, crystal violet. And the neutral is contain both positive and the negatively charged. For example, Zima's strain or Leishman's strain. So all these type of strain, acidic, basic, and the neutral, these stains are functioned in observing of the various strains of microorganisms. Okay, a technique is there that is a positive staining. Positive staining means we should not just wait for the reaction to get stained by any specific type of body. It means if I have a blue color of a stain, I put it onto the microorganism, they will impart blue color. If I have the red color of a stain, I just put onto the colony, they will become red. Okay, so this specific type of the stain is actually known as a positive staining, in which the simple staining technique is there. Second is the differential staining. Okay, so the differential staining is the staining technique which impart different color to the different bacteria. Okay, and especially in the case where we have the colonies which contain more than 2 different type of strains. Okay, so on that particular place, we have to just go for the differential staining to observe the different type of the bacteria. Okay. And the differential staining technique, there are various techniques like gram staining technique, like acid fast staining technique. Both are the specific technique which comes under the differential staining technique. Negative staining is again one of the type of staining in which we actually have a different view of staining the bacteria. So in the negative type of staining, what we are going to do, that is we actually, our background, that is the specific background where we kept the microorganism, we actually colored that particular background. We are not going to dye here our organism, we are going to color our background. Okay, if the background is white and we kept our microorganism over there, so after staining, the background get dark in color. Okay, after staining, the background get dark in color and we can easily observe our microorganism. Okay, so that type of staining is the negative staining. In the positive staining, we are coloring the organism. In the negative staining, we are coloring the background where we kept the microorganism. And for this, we actually kept specific strains like nigrosin like Indian ink, etc. For undergoing the observation of the bacteria, smear is to be prepared. Smear from the bacterial culture, we have to prepare the smear, and smear, for preparing the smear, we actually need a glass slide. Okay, we have to take the colony, and then we have to slowly slide that particular colony, make very, very thin layer. Okay, that particular thing is thin layer onto the glass slide. That thin layer is actually known as smear. Okay, for we have to activate this smear. Activation of the smear is very much important. So after making the smear, when we just make the bacterial smear is to be, we can kept it, in stagnant conditions. Okay, we should just activate the particular smear, and after, when the smear get fixed, okay, and we can fix the bacterial smear by little bit, giving a little bit heating, okay, heating onto the mantle or heating onto the glass in the burner. Okay, so when we just little bit placed it over the burner, it get fixed. Okay, it will not move anywhere else. Okay, then what we have to do, we have to take the stains, we have to put it over there, we have to keep them dry, then we have to keep them washing. Okay, washing by help of an alcohol or the chloroform. So the smear is being prepared, and after the smear, when the smear get prepared, definitely all the stains, we have to keep the stains with them, and the stain give the specific color to the to the microorganisms, and that's why we can easily observe these microorganisms. Heat fixation, methanol fixation, we have to do it there in the smearing techniques. Okay, simple staining. Again, there are some other type of staining, but we just require that simple. For the simple staining, we just need to know that the stains that we require only to visualize the specific organism. Okay, with a specific particular stain. We are not going to differentiate here the type of microorganism. We are only just view the micro. We are just only observing the microorganisms by using the stain. That is a simple stain. Yes, one of the important dye that is known as carbofuscin. It is very much important over here because this carbofuscin dye actually works in Jehl-Neelsen staining technique. Okay, so this Jehl-Neelsen staining technique is one of the technique in which this carbofuscin dye is very much important over there. Okay, so this carbofuscin dye is actually responsible for staining the endospores of the bacteria. So for staining the endospores of the bacteria, if we want to view the endospores of the bacteria, so for that, this carbofuscin dye is very much important. Okay, so this carbofuscin dye is also known as Jehl-Neelsen stain. Okay, so this particular stain is used for staining the endospores of the bacteria. There are certain requirement how to just do it. We have to make the thin smear. Okay, smear it smear on the slide. We have to fix by the help of the heat. Then we have to add the different dyes over to it. We have to just dry these dyes. Then we have to pour the methanol solution, so that discoloration, the rest of the area which being colored by the dye is being discolored, and only the observed species which is present over there can get only dyed. Okay, just remind that the methanol cannot discolor the dyed product or the dyed organism. The organism which is already been dyed, the methanol cannot discolorize them. Methanol discolorize only that particular area where the dye is present. Okay, he just swap off the dye from the rest of the places. Okay, so it will not affect the dyed organism. Then we have to keep this particular slide into the microscope. We have to observe in the 10x, we have to observe into the 100x to just view it clearly. Okay, so simple stain. This is by the help of a simple staining technique, we can view this specific type of organism, okay, after staining. So this is done from the methylene blue, okay, when we use the methylene blue as an indicator or as an stain. So this is the observation, microscopic observation, which we can see. The another specific technique is the Gram staining technique. Okay, so the Gram staining technique is the differential staining technique, where we can differentiate Gram, we can differentiate the microorganism. Okay, this is the stain. The Gram stain is actually the stain is a technique or is an instrumental tool in which when the bacteria gives positive color, they are termed as Gram positive bacteria, and which does not give the color, they actually termed as a Gram negative bacteria. Okay, so the Gram positive bacteria is only due to is only those particular bacteria which gives the positive result to the Gram staining. Okay, and those which cannot give the color, they act as a Gram negative. Okay, so the Gram negative and the Gram positive bacteria over there. Yes, now the staining technique, what is the procedure? It contains 4 steps. First is a primary staining. In the primary staining, the smear is being made. It was being dyed with a crystal violet. For 1 minute, we have to keep that crystal violet dye with the in contact with the smear. Then we have to wash it with water. After then, the mordant is being added. Yes, the role of the mordant is actually very much important. What are the mordants? These are the mordants which fix the dye to the specific organism. These are the dye fixation chemicals. Okay, these particular mordants actually fix the color in the organisms. Okay, that's why the organism doesn't lose their color when we use certain discoloring agent. Okay, so the mordanting is actually very important, and here the Gram iodine solution act as a mordant. Okay, we have to keep this mordanting by the help of a Gram iodine to the specific organism, keep it for 1 minute, and then it is being washed with water. Then the discolorization, again, decolorization to that particular place where the dye is not being required. If the dye is present over there, then the alcohol we have to add, the alcohol will discolorize or decolorize that particular area, and only the organism which are dyed, okay, which are being stained, we can observe these particular stains only. Okay. Counter staining. Now the counter staining is done in the differential staining. You can just see. Okay, only the counter staining will be done only in the differential type of staining. Counter staining is done when when the rest of the dyes is being decolorized by the alcohol. Then we use the another specific dye. One is the crystal violet, which is blue or violet in color, and another one is safranin, which is red in color. Now, those particular organisms which are Gram positive, they will impart blue color, okay, in a first step. But we have to observe the another organism also. That's why we use counter stain. This counter stain actually stains the rest of the organism which are not dyed by or which are not stained by crystal violet. Okay, the safranin is being added. It was kept for 30 seconds. It was then washed with the water, and then we have to observe it in the microscope. Okay, so when we see the microscope, then the 2 different types of observations are there. That is blue color observation and the red color observation. Okay, so the blue color observation and the red color observation, it means the blue coloration is of the Gram positive bacteria and the red coloration is of Gram negative bacteria. Always remember that the blue color is of Gram positive bacteria and red color is of Gram negative bacteria. Okay, acid-fast staining, again the Jehl-Neeson stain, that is a carbofuscin dye we actually use. This is also one of the type of the acid the type of the staining technique, that is the acid-fast staining, where the acid-fast bacteria are actually been observed. Okay, so the same, we actually use the same thing over there. Okay, same procedure. Smear we have to make, and 2 dyes. One is the actual dye, another is a counter dye. Okay, so the both dye we actually used over here. In our actual dye, we use carbofuscin stain, which is also known as Jehl-Neeson stain. Okay, and for the counter irritant, we use methylene blue. Here, the carbofuscin dye in the acid-fast staining technique, please remind it, in the Gram staining, the gram positive are blue in color, but in this, the acid fast, they are red in color, okay? And here the gram positive is red in color, here acid fast negative, they are blue in color, okay? So in the gram staining, positive and negative are blue red. Here in acid fast staining, positive and negative are red and blue. Okay, that is the difference between the acid fast staining and in the gram staining. In gram staining, we use crystal violet and safranin. For the crystal violet for gram positive, safranin for gram negative. And here we use carbon-14 for acid fast staining in positive one, and the methylene blue, that is for the counter irritant for the non-acid fast staining bacteria. It will look like this one. You can see these are the non-acid fast bacteria after being smeared by, after being stained by methylene blue, and this is by the carbon-14 dye. These are the colonies that are being observed. The blue and the red color colonies. Red color colonies are the acid fast strains, and blue color colonies are non-acid fast strains. Similarly, the blue color is the gram positive bacteria, and the red coloration, these are the gram negative bacteria. So guys, this is for today. We again continue this staining procedure in our further class. Okay, so till then, just stay tuned for the next lecture. Thank you.